Benson, this next one comes from a seller who's feeling a bit frustrated, and I can completely understand where that's coming from. They're not getting any information or feedback out of their agent, and they ask, how do they go about getting that information and or getting that feedback?
Yeah, that's I can completely understand why you'd be frustrated in that scenario, because selling your home, you want to know what's happening, who's been through, who's interested, what's good, what's bad, what's the value, et cetera, right? So look, I genuinely hope that's not one of our sellers, and I don't think it would be, because I think one of the benefits that our team has is that with our group, there's so many things that we have in place to make sure that service is being delivered to the seller. And I think that's one of the benefits of being with a group like ours, right? We ensure that reports go out weekly to our sellers, okay? We also train to make sure that our team know what they need to provide, And it also comes down to what the seller wants. Have you actually asked them what they want from their agent, Do you want a phone call every day? Do you want a text message? Do you only want to sit down together face-to-face once a week? What is it that you actually need from me?
Not at all, just send the reports through.
Exactly right, and I suppose, and you would be the same, is that our reports go out every week, without question, without fail, whether they wanted to or not. They go out. It's then up to the seller if they want to engage with that report or not, but that's their choice. Weekly, sit down with my team, and I'm sure you sit down with your team regularly as well. We go through every piece of stock. We make sure that nothing's being forgotten. We ask, okay, how often are you talking to this person? What's the scenario? Are they getting their reports? And that's not just because we're trying to push that onto our agents, but it's because our agents want that. They want to look at these scenarios together and to make sure that, from a business perspective and from an individual perspective, they're delivering the service that, needs to be delivered.
I think it's important to realise that, whilst that's an entirely frustrating situation to be in, there is certainly no lack of information outside of what the agent is or isn't saying as well, right? And from our perspective, I know we put a lot of effort and direct a lot of attention in towards getting a helicopter view of the landscape for a property. And where it sticks out that there's something wrong, we can delve into it a bit more specifically and go, okay, did we do this? Did we do that? We're going to change this. We're going to change that, right? I'm also not at all reluctant to go out there and sit down with the seller halfway through, at the start of a campaign, or even towards the end potentially as well, and have this conversation. Say, listen, this is what the data shows me. These are the things that I'm aware of. This is what I think we need to do. Are you happy with that or not happy with that? But in this particular situation, I'd first encourage that particular owner, that seller, to just give their agent a call and say, hey mate, what's going on?
Yeah.
And two is to say, hey, if you wouldn't mind, can you send me through the reports from the portals, from their website, their company-specific website, realestate.com and domain.com. They'll tell you a picture. Now, if it is just so happens to be somebody that we're engaged with, or any one of our sellers are out there watching this, seeing this, just give you or me a call. We're here to help. That's what we're there to do.
100%.
Sold?
Yeah, I think so.